Hey guys, welcome back to Raphaelsinsights. Welcome. I welcome you into the world of the esoteric, the divine, the beautiful, you guys. Welcome. If you're new, welcome to this beautiful channel. If you're not new, well, welcome back, you guys. Thank you so much for everything, you guys. If you guys aren't following me on all my social medias, definitely go follow me on all my social medias, you guys. Follow, share, you guys. If you guys want to know, my P.O. box is literally in the description below. Everything that you need is in the description below. For private readings, picture checks, I sell them on Etsy now, you guys. If you used to get them from me, like from my messages and DMs, I don't do that no more. I'm moving it all onto Etsy because it's easier and it's more fair for those who have been waiting for a long time instead of me just servicing the same people over and over again. But yeah, you guys, this is going to be the predictions for January 2021, part 2. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for everything. You guys are amazing. And you guys continue to share my videos, continue to tell people about me. Like my videos, you guys, because I see a lot of people watch my videos, but they don't like my videos. So you guys, please like my videos and share, you guys. And again, you guys, I'm not perfect. I never said I was perfect. I'm just doing this because God and the angels appeared to me. I had this revelation and they were like, you need to do this for the rest of your life. And I said, do I have a choice? And they said, not really. And that's really how it went, you guys. Thank you guys so much for everything. Let's get into the predictions for part 2 for January 2021. The first one is just to set up the energies, and obviously it's going to be, we literally just start the year very intense, and it's going to continue in that energy throughout the entire year, you guys. But let's get to it. The Justice, betrayals with politicians, with political people of power. A lot of betrayal, you guys. A lot of betrayal, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration with a lot of people of power, a lot of government frustration as well. Protests is something else that I'm seeing as well. Protests, people begin to come out in the streets and protest because 1, those checks were not enough. 2, because people are fed up with this whole pandemic. Because I do see that they're going to want to close everything mandatory and people are going to be protesting on that. But it says that a lot of people protesting all over the world. That's another thing that comes up with this card. But a new vision that I had and that just came to me today, actually not even that long ago, a couple hours ago, is these 2 cards revealed themselves to me. And when these 2 cards come out, it does say that there's going to be the death of a president, an ex-president, someone in political power or just power in general, ex-governor, an ex-politician or a current politician, an ex-president or a current president, an ex-governor or a current governor, someone in power or that was in power. It says that their life is going to be attempted in some sort of a terrorist attack and trying to take their life. When I say their life being attempted, it's someone trying to kill them is what I'm saying, you guys. With these 2 cards right here, it does say that it brings the focus more towards Latin America or Mexico, like more of like the Hispanic descent, darker skin tone is what I'm seeing. But it can be any one of those categories, any one of those. But I do see politicians, the death of politicians and more politician betrayals, each other just coming after each other. Pretty much who has more power is basically what this is saying. Another thing the Ace of Swords says is also people trying to overthrow their leaders. And again, that's why I see new leadership, you guys. New leadership is going to be the theme with this whole year. Again, 2020 was the same theme. It's going to continue in 2021. New leaderships for Venezuela, for pretty much all of Latin America, South America, and Mexico also has that energy of new leaderships, new people that will get in power as well. In general, that's just the energy that's going to continue to follow. But I do see new leaderships. I do see people overthrowing their leaderships as well. With the protests, people coming out very pissed off and angry with their current presidents or current governments. A lot of people being very pissed off and angry, and that's another thing that the Justice card has been saying. But this card here does say a lot of overthrowing energy and a lot of catastrophe, another catastrophe, an explosion, and I'll talk to you about that in the next one. And just like I've told you in my other videos, you guys, the devil is very mischievous, someone's planning something and something huge, because this is a terrorist attack, and the energy that it's giving me, it's a huge explosion, it's a huge catastrophe, it's a huge accident. either made to look like an accident, but it's a huge, devastating accident. This is energy of some sort of a catastrophe in this month, a catastrophe in next month, a catastrophe just following through. Catastrophes are going to be the theme of 2021 as well. But this right here does say that there's a terrorist attack. This is a vision that I just got, and this is how I put it together. This is the attack, and this is what's doing someone in the dark is doing these terrorist attacks. So yes, I do see a terrorist attack. UK, for the UK, for Spain, for France, for Asia, for the US, Mexico. I don't really feel it in Mexico, but we could probably say Mexico too. But I really feel it more in like the foreign countries, and the US as well. The US is going to continue with terrorist attacks as well. So don't be surprised if we have some sort of a huge explosion in the US, because I do continue to see that as well in my visions, you guys. But the energy of terrorist attacks are going to continue, mass shootings, people being very angry. The devil is whispering in their ears to do mass shootings, mass killings, a murderer, to cause murder, to do murder, to kill someone for no reason, or to shoot up a huge place with lots of people, a lot of people injured, is what this is saying. Just some sort of like mass death is what I'm feeling. But mass catastrophe is also what I'm feeling with this as well, in the sense of terror attacks, the devil whispering and influencing people to kill, to hurt each other, anger, frustration, hit each other. Very, very active. The Tower. Volcanic eruptions are going to continue. It's not the year of the volcanoes, but it is the year of the earthquakes. And in this, I still don't feel any like intense earthquakes. I do see earthquakes maybe in the 4s and the 5s, but just el puro susto. You know, it's just a scare, maybe in the 3s, you guys. But nothing too intense, nothing too really to like panic you guys or scare you guys over. But in the US, in the month of April, May, in the US or in general in the world, I do see a very intense earthquake. That we do need to be mindful. If you're not prepared for earthquakes, it's not for you to panic. Just prepare yourself, have a plan, because if we're expecting the big one in anytime soon, it's probably going to be in 2021. Someone, my spouse was telling me how someone on TikTok was saying how what if they got 2012 wrong and it was supposed to be 2021. And I do see that being very, very plausible, you guys. I do see that very, very, like, that is very, very true. Whatever was supposed to happen in 2012 is this is a cataclysmic year, and 2012 was not a cataclysmic year. It was more of like oh, that's it. This year has been cataclysmic and is gonna be, and then also 2020 was cataclysmic. These 2 years mark history forever, and we are blessed for living it, but also it is going to be a tough time in these 2 years. 2022 is going to be better, you guys, but weather-wise, weather's going to continue to be very aggressive. Snowstorms one after another, more aggressive. Places that never used to snow for the first time. Places that haven't snowed in a long time, snow again. With this card here with the Tower as well, the Tower talks about again, terrorist attacks, a building exploding and things like that. There's nothing that this card is talking about, but just catastrophes in general, the negative energy being very, very aggressive with us, and just natural disasters being very aggressive. And again, a meteor is something else that I continue to see. Another meteor, just signs in the skies, revelations in the skies, both good and bad. When I say good and bad, the devil appearing in the sky again. The devil appearing in fires, in catastrophic events and catastrophes. Divine signs with meteors, with stars shining brighter than usual, angels appearing in the skies. It's going to have both, you guys. We're living a year of humanity going through evolution, evolving the way that we think, and prediction. I do see that we're getting to that time where we're going to finally see aliens for the first time with our own eyes. The government is going to finally be like, okay, and the government hasn't shown them to us because the aliens don't believe we're ready. And the aliens, whoever they are, whether they're beings of a different dimension, beings of the divine, beings from different planets, beings from somewhere else, whatever they are, they're waiting for us to evolve and be ready. So let's talk about the Georgia Senate runoff. The Georgia Senate runoff, you guys, it is a very complicated and very important election, as important as the presidency. And you guys, and I do feel and I do see that history is going to be made, that is going to be a historical week and a historical month. And I want to break down to you what I see with this whole situation. The whole thing's complicated. It can go, of course, either way. The one thing I would tell you is I did had a vision yesterday with when in my vision I saw Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff winning, and that's not, it can literally go both ways, you guys. But the one thing that I want to break down for you is this, you guys. Let's talk about them individually. Let's talk about why I'm holding this card. This card right here, the reason I'm holding it is I want you to pay close attention to Purdue. Purdue has the same energy as Trump before he lost the election, and he does have this negative energy following him. And just like how Trump got sick right before the election, just like how a lot of lies were exposed that were very, very crucial lies, the same thing is happening with Purdue. For Purdue, I do see it very complicated for him to win. I would be surprised if he wins. And on top of which, you guys, another thing that I looked into was the horoscopes for them. And Purdue, it's funny because Purdue and Kelly are both Sagittarius. And if you were on my live and if you saw my horoscopes for the week, Sagittarius and Pisces have the most bad luck in this week. And just how funny, you guys, in a crucial week for them, they carry the most bad luck out of all the signs. Not saying that that determines why they lose and that determines them losing, but what it does determine is that they do have a lot of bad luck in this week, and that luck that they need to win is not going to be there. It's more complicated for them to win because the energies are all against them. And when we look at John Ossoff, he's an Aquarius. Remember, you guys, we are in the age of Aquarius. Aquarius in this week has all the luck. He is one of the signs. That's one of the signs that has all the luck this week, which is another crucial energy that he needs on his side to be able to win. Raphael Warnock is a Leo. Leo coincidentally has luck in this week as well. Leo coincidentally has a good week. It's not very complicated like usual. Leo usually has very complicated energies, but in this week it's very, very peaceful, very calm, very, very successful energy. So when we look at all that, you guys, my predictions to all this, I feel it being very historical. Let's talk about this card, the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is more of like going back to balance, you guys. And with this card right here, what it's saying is this whole Senate thing and this whole year. Remember, the year that I've predicted for this year is returning back to harmony. This whole Senate is about returning back to harmony to the Senate runoff. So I do believe it's going to be a historical week, but if not, what I do see is that it is going to be either Democrat winning or Democrat and Republican. I do not see both Republican parties winning in this Senate runoff. There it is, you guys. Those are all the predictions that I have for you for part 2 of January 2021. Definitely a lot of betrayal. Definitely a lot of presidents, people attempting to kill presidents, deaths of politicians, of very important people, accidents. I've already told you that I see an airplane falling. Accidents in very, very intense accidents in the freeways, in driving, vehicle accidents. You guys, a lot of negative energy is present and it causes a lot of accidents. But you guys, I've already told you what I see. I see a lot of negative energy in this month. We start this year very aggressive with war scares, with betrayals, with presidents' lives being taken, or people of governmental power, whether politicians, ex-politicians, ex-governors. You guys, the energy of new leaderships are still following, and the Pope is not left with that. The Pope, I also see a new Pope, you guys, and I've already said it. I'm going to continue to say it because every time I continue to say it is because it's going to happen. It's more of a prophecy. It's going to happen, you guys. There's going to be a new Pope, whether it's in this year or whether it's in next year. We're going to have a new Pope, I believe, by next year. But anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you so much for believing me and all the faith that you guys give me. The first part 1 was just more of like how intense the energies are going to be, and this one was more about like what exactly do I see happening. You guys, thank you so much for everything. Sometimes I just have like a squirrel moment, and I'm like squirrel, and then I forget that I'm like talking, and then But anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for everything. I love each and every one of you. Bye, you guys. I'll see you next time. Subscribe, follow, share, you guys.